Hi there, Biola Solace-Chukwu, tennis crazy lady here. It's that time of the year, Roland Garros, the French Open is upon us. The draws have been made, so let's look at some of the favorites and their draws. I know she's not having a great season so far, but we all cannot deny that Iga Swiatek is definitely one of the favorites for this title. She's won it 3 consecutive times, is going for a 5th title out there. However, this is a very wicked draw. Rebecca Shamkova in the first round, of course, is doable, but from the second round, it gets pretty tricky. Emma Raducanu has found some form on clay just before Roland Garros. Mata Kostyuk looks in fine form as well, and in the round of 16, that's round 4, she could be facing some of the players that she struggles against. Elena Rybakina might be a little better, but she has lost to Yelena Ostapenko 6 consecutive times, and this is terrible timing to be facing her. In the quarterfinals, Rome champion Jasmine Paolini looking like one of the favorites as well, or Elena Svitolina. In the semifinals, world number 1 and best player of the year so far, Sabalenka and Qin Wenxiong as well. In the final, if she gets there, she could be facing Coco Gauff, who's beaten her a couple of times this year, or Jessica Pegula. So this is really tough. We already know that she has failed to defend some of her titles this year and has dropped to world number 5. If she doesn't make a deep run here or defend her title, her ranking will suffer even more. And then to world number 1, Aryna Sabalenka, who isn't just having a great season, but having a really solid clay season as well. Looking at her draw, it doesn't look like such a walk in the park, but it looks pretty doable to me. In the first round, Rakimova. In the second round, Jill Teichmann. In the third round, she could be facing Leila Fernandez or Danielle Collins. In the fourth round, that's the round of 16, she might be facing Amanda Anisimova or Clara Tauson. That's maybe slightly tricky. In the quarterfinals is where it might get difficult. Dana Schneider or Qin Wenxiong, who beat her in Rome. And then in semifinals, Jasmine Paolini or Iga Swiatek. Final, Coco Gauff or Jessica Pegula. I think she would reach the semifinals at least, even if she doesn't win the title. And to Coco Gauff, world number 2 at the moment, who is having a pretty impressive clay season, reached back-to-back finals in Madrid and Rome. And looking at her draw, I really do not see her crashing out before the semi-finals, at least, to be honest. Olivia Gadecki in the first round, in the second round, Chloe Paquet, in the third round, Anna Kaliskaya. In round 4, Barbora Krejcikova, who is just returning from injury if she gets there, or Ekaterina Alexandrova, who is having a really good season. In the quarterfinals, Emma Navarro or Madison Keys, the Australian Open champion. In the semifinals, of course, Mira Andreeva, who she's beaten a number of times even this year, or Jessica Pegula. And in the final, Aryna Sabalenka or Iga Swiatek. She's still looking for her second Grand Slam title, and I think this is really likely. I wanted to touch on just 3 players in the WTA draw, but I couldn't help it. I had to sneak Jasmine Paolini in there, and I am sure you understand. Her run to the Rome title was incredible. She seems to be in her best of form again. And of course, she reached the final last year, so why not? Let's look at her draw. In the first round, she could be facing Yuan Yue. In the second round, Maya Joint. In the third round, Linda Noskova or Nastasia Potapova. In the round of 16, she could be facing Donna Vekic or Elena Svitolina. In the quarterfinals, the same woman who beat her last year, the defending champion Iga Swiatek. In the semifinals, world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka. And in the final, Coco Gauff or Jessica Pegula. At the moment, the Italian is looking fearless, so who says she can't win her first Grand Slam title here? We'll see. Over to the ATP, let's start with world number 1, Jannik Sinner, who recently returned from Oban and then dusted off the rust real quick, almost like nothing happened, and then made a final run in Rome where he lost to Carlos Alcaraz. This might not be his favorite surface, but he did reach the semifinals last year, and maybe he can go one better this year, especially as he's looking really good. In the first round, he'll be facing Arthur Rinderknecht. In the second round, Richard Gasquet. In the third round, Alejandro Davidovich Fokina, who's having a really good year, or Yuri Leheshka, who's having a really nice year as well. In the round of 16, Andrei Rublev or Atofis. In the quarterfinals, Jack Draper, what a year he's having, or Alex de Minaur. In the semifinals, last year's finalist, Alexander Zverev, or the GOAT, Novak Djokovic. In the final, defending champion and world number 2, Carlos Alcaraz. I think it's possible, guys. It's possible. You didn't think I was going to skip Carlos Alcaraz, did you? Of course not. He's not only the defending champion, he's also the best player on clay so far this season. And I think if he's healthy, nobody is touching this guy. Looking at his draw, doable, guys. In the first round, Kei Nishikori. In the second round, Luca Nardi. In the third round, the big seven, Giovanni Pesce-Pericard or Zizou. In the round of 16, Ben Shelton or Stefano Tsitsipas. In the quarterfinals, Casper Ruud or Tommy Paul. In the semifinals, Taylor Fritz or Lorenzo Musetti, who is having a pretty decent clay season as well. And in the final, Yannick Sinner, the world number one. I actually hope this happens because this is my favorite rivalry in the ATP Tour at the moment. So I think Carlos Alcaraz is probably top on the list. Look, until the very day he retires, whenever that is, I will never rule Novak Djokovic out of contention for a Grand Slam title, no matter what form he's in, no matter what is happening. We know he's not had such a great year, but he seems to be gradually finding form in Geneva, where he's playing at the moment just before Roland Garros. And I think his second round match against Matteo Arnaldi was especially impressive, probably one of his best performances of the year so far. Let's look at his draw. In the first round, he's facing Mackenzie McDonald. In the second round, he could be facing Corentin Moutet. In the third round, Denis Shapovalov. In the round of 16, maybe Daniel Medvedev or Ugo Humbert. In the quarterfinals, Alexander Zverev or Grigor Dimitrov. In the semifinals, Yannick Sinner. And in the final, Carlos Alcaraz. It is Novak Djokovic, guys. Anything can happen. So maybe this might be that 25th Grand Slam title. So as Roland Garros begins, make sure you're following me on all social media platforms, especially on X, where I'm constantly giving tennis updates. I am Biola Solace-Chukwu, Tennis Crazy Lady. See you soon.